as you were looking at it, what was your reaction?
Yeah, I was watching it. I was trying to actually set up, if he kicked it, what the ground would actually look like. So I was more focused on the next play more than that play. And then when he missed it, obviously, with 8 seconds to go, he certainly felt like the game was over. But yeah, it's agonising. But that's footy. You know, it's we gave ourselves a chance to win, but we weren't good enough to take it. But we're certainly not in this caper for losses that you know hollow like that. You know, we're in the game to win. And we didn't do that today. So we've only got ourselves to blame over the course of the match for what we ended up getting.
Was the second quarter the period that really cost you? I think there was 3 50-metre penalties in a relatively short space of time. Is that when you look back, think that perhaps was what really cost you?
Yeah, look, I didn't like our first half much at all. You know, I think our ability to defend in the first half wasn't to the level that we'd certainly trained all summer. And really, ultimately, when they have 20 scoring shots from 24 inside 50s, that's the game in a nutshell. They had 80 points to half time. So we're really disappointed with how that first half, I take your point on the second quarter, but it was more the first half. I think we just didn't defend the way that we would have liked.
What was it about that? Sorry, Roger. What weren't you doing? Is it the way, the standing position structure, competitiveness in the air? What was it about the defence that wasn't working?
Yeah, probably our mechanism in terms of, we had a lot of inside 50s and weren't able to really lock that ball in there for a period of time. I think they rebounded the ball 48 times from our 62 entries for the game, so that's a lot. And obviously they were getting through. So there's a bit to work on our mechanism of how we defend. But, certainly in the second half, I think we kept them to, I don't even know what it was, 9 points maybe, or no? 2 goals. Yeah, 2 goals in the second half, thanks, Larko. So... so they responded to what we served at half time.
How big was the old firm, Lewis and Vince, in that third quarter when you got them going backward in terms of also Josh Wagner?
Yeah, well, they were really important. I thought across half back, those guys started to get some real control of the game. And then it was really finding a way forward. Geelong obviously very well organised in terms of the way they set up behind the ball. It's been a hallmark of their game for a long time. We played a really good footy club today. Don't get me wrong. They played an outstanding brand of footy. So we knew it was going to be tough. But full credit to Geelong.
1-7 in the last quarter, Simon. Was there anything you would have liked to have seen the team do differently in terms of its forward 50 entries?
Yeah, put the ball through the sticks. 1-7's it's a part of footy. When you're a really strong team and a good footy club, you kick goals. So, we've got some work to do inside our forward 50 in terms of, 64 entries is a lot. You should win games of footy when you're getting 64 entries. So, our ability to obviously be efficient inside our forward 50 and ability to defend the ground is something that we've got to keep working on.
We've asked you a bit about specifics of the game, and you said, we're not here to have close gallant losses. But overall, what's your assessment of that? Just the fact that you were on the ropes at half time and you've really, but for the kick you could have won.
Yeah, look, I think we've shown as a club for a long time now, last year especially, that we can find a way back into games. We did a lot last year where we were on the ropes, and the true fight and grit for this team's strong. They want to win. But we need to be really clear with what's required for the whole game, and our first half and the way we defended certainly didn't allow us to play the game the way we wanted to for the whole game. So that's our challenge. But you do admire the grit and the determination and the fight and the spirit to get back into the game. I thought our second half was really strong.
Chris Scott said Daniel Menzel with his 2 misses has got nothing to apologise for, and he said, let's not be too tough on Max Gawn because that was an incredible mark that he took. Have you spoken to Max at all?
Well, we haven't spoken to him yet, but I thought the discipline of the kicker, Pedo, in that situation, and the ability for Max to actually really present and want the ball in his hands. Players miss goals in critical situations. That's what happens in this game. We'd love to see him go through, but they had a couple of opportunities themselves as well.
Max sort of has a reputation as such sort of fun-loving, easygoing character. How do you expect him to handle that sort of moment?
Oh, Max will be fine. He'll get on with it. He had a strong game in the ruck. And he'll be getting himself prepared for a really strong game next week. That's what good players do. They rebound after a little bit of adversity.
There's a bit of surprise, I guess, from the outside. You didn't pick Tyson Bradshaw. What was can you sort of go into that a little bit? Sort of those two not getting a gig.
Yeah, look, we had a lot of players that were in good form, fit, ready to go. So we picked the best possible team we could. For Dom, he probably had a calf injury just before JLT1, and probably set his preparation back a little bit. But in saying that, we still picked the best team we had available. So we probably had 30 players that we could pick from. Selection certainly didn't cost us the game today.
And Petrarca's performance today, really dominant at stages, threatened to be the match winner. What did you make of him?
Yeah, look, he was good track. You know, he gave us energy around the ball when he was there, and he also was a pretty focal target in that third quarter as we're working our way back into the game. So he's going to continue to improve in his game. He's got some things that we want to continue to work on with him. But he's someone that our supporters and obviously we are very excited about.
And the debutant Bailey Fritsch, I think best on ground after about 4 minutes for the few. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, look, I thought he was exciting early and looked prominent. You know, he obviously went a bit quiet as the game went on. So he's still got a bit to work on, but he's he's an exciting talent for the club.
Tough day for Jake Lever. Simon.
Yeah, look, I think in his own admission he probably wouldn't have been happy with his first half. But I thought he fought back really well in the second half. So first game for Melbourne, obviously still understanding how we play, how we operate and the chemistry with our back six. So I'm sure he'll respond, but I'm sure he'll get more comfortable as he plays a bit more footy with the Melbourne Footy Club.
To make a Gathers return, he obviously did make it easy for him. Corey Maynard following him, I think, from the second quarter onwards.
Yeah, look, he's a great player, isn't he? Like, to come in and no games and to play the way he played, he's just a champion of the game. So we knew that he was going to be a challenge today. He started to get away from us. We put someone to him, and he still had 39. So shows you what type of player he is. No, I think we're all clear. Yeah. Cheers.